This video is discussing interrogatives, and obviously the reason why is to ask and answer questions. Now over here you have a lot of terms, and I'm going to give you these terms throughout the video, some of them rather than right now. So go back and actually write those terms down. So an interrogative itself is just a fancy way of saying a question word. Think of the word interrogate. When you are interrogating someone, you're asking them questions. So it's a question word. And these are all the question words you are going to learn about in Spanish. In English, you're probably familiar with this. You've seen who, what, when, where, why, how, the 5 W's, whatever you want to call that. And so that's something you've probably already seen before. Please pause to copy this down. Alright, this is where I'm going to be telling you some of the definitions, and you need to go back and write them in English. ¿Quién is asking who. So the possible answers that you could have would be a person or a group of people. ¿Qué is asking what. So you're going to get a thing as a response. What is this? It's a marker. What did you do last night? Well, I went to a movie. What time is it? It is 4 o'clock. So you're going to receive some sort of response involving like a person, place, thing, time, something like that. ¿Cuándo is asking when. So you are going to need a time or a date in your response. ¿Dónde is asking where. So you're going to need some sort of location. However, there are some other variations of the word ¿dónde? If I ask ¿a dónde?, I'm asking where to. For example, ¿a dónde vamos? Where are we going to? And if you ask ¿de dónde?, instead of saying where to, you're saying where from. So from where are you? ¿De dónde eres tú? In the case of ¿dónde or ¿a dónde?, you might also have a destination in mind. ¿Por qué is asking why, and it's spaced, and you'll notice there's an accent right here. And ¿por qué smushed together with no accent is because. So why and because, you are going to need a reason. Why is this? Why is that? Why is 2 plus 2? Because. Why did you punch your sister in the face? Because she made me angry. ¿Cómo is asking how, and that is going to have a response. It really depends. So how are you is how are you feeling. How are you as a person? You'd be describing yourself or how you look. So it's a variety of possible responses there. ¿Cuánto is asking how much or how many. So you are going to need a number of something. So how many students are in the room? There are 30 students in the room. How much does that shirt cost? It costs $20. Some sort of number. And ¿cuál is asking which. And if it's asking which, you need to give the proper answer. So if the question was, ¿cuál es tu estación favorita? Which is your favorite season? You're going to tell which of the seasons is your favorite. So summer is my favorite season, or fall is my favorite season. So which indicates that there's more than one possible answer, and then you have to tell us what that one is for you. Please pause to copy these down. Now, these questions are going to be similar to what you see on quizzes or worksheets, so practice that we do. Basically, it has a question and then an answer, and you need to figure out, based on your context clues, which question word it is. So I've provided the responses for you to give you those clues, and then we're going to fill in the question words. Alright, so it's asking, blank is the girl. So who is the girl, what is the girl, when is the girl, where is the girl, why is the girl, how is the girl. We already know from that there's only going to be a couple possible answers. So who, or what, I guess you could ask, where, or how. So you don't have all of them as an answer. So blank is the girl, she is named, or her name is Lola. So obviously because they're telling us her name, we want to know who the girl is. So that word would be quién. Number 2, blank begins the football game, so the game of football. It begins at 7. So that is going to be, that's listing a time, and so that is going to be asking when. Cuando. Blank are you? So who are you? Where are you? How are you? So we only have a couple of responses. I am sports-minded and hardworking. I am describing myself, and so they want to know how I am as a person. And this last one, blank is the date. Today is the 7th of October. Now in English we would say, what is today's date? But in Spanish they don't use que, they use cuál. Technically it says which, but we would read it as what is the date in English. A quick note about question words. Every single question word has an accent in it somewhere. And so if you don't have an accent, it's not right. Also, every question begins and ends with a question mark, and you can see these ones are upside down at the beginning of the question. That's just how it is. Please pause to copy down. Remember that you need to write the examples as they appear here, as well as your answer. In the first 3, I need you to, after copying, fill in the missing question word. And in these 3, I'm asking you a question, you need to copy it, and you need to respond in Spanish. Bear in mind that you cannot directly copy all of the same words. The verbs will change. For example, if I'm asking, where are you? You're not going to say, you are in the classroom. You're going to say, I am in the classroom. So your subjects and verbs will change.